All right, folks, another week, and we're going to hand out some more threads. Our Check My Stats, highschoolsports.net t-shirts going out to our 4 players of the week. We had 3 last week. We got 4 this week. We got 2 at your game. Catholic at Navarre. Who do you got?
All right. I got a wide receiver and a quarterback because, man, I saw an impressive game tonight. You got 256 yards from one receiver, not from the quarterback, from one receiver. Devin Dukes, 256 yards, including a 63-yard touchdown on a flea flicker. That was the first play of the game. Very interesting story about that flea flicker, but you'll have to check out the News Journal on Sunday to get that complete story.
The reason why they called that play. But.
Right, exactly. But 256 yards from Devin. Also got Sean White, his quarterback, 345 total passing yards, 2 touchdowns, including a 45-yard touchdown to Mike Green in the second quarter, plus 37 yards on the ground with 2 touchdowns from 10 yards and 7 yards out. So
right, 375 yards, 4 total touchdowns. I think that deserves a shirt. 256 yards for Devin Dukes, 19 short of making the top 10 in this all-time state record. I mean, it basically would make the record books for an individual single-game performance. That deserves a shirt as well. So
and maybe some shorts.
Right. Well, we don't have those.
Okay,
we don't have
right.
with a shirt. All right. My 2 guys, we had Pace at Fort Walton Beach. Richard Carrion, another big game, 147 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns. Another big win for Pace after that heartbreaker in week 1. 34-9, like I said, over Fort Walton Beach. And we know that Pace relies on feature backs every year. They have 1,000-yard guys, it seems like, every year. And Carrion, although he looked impressive before he tore his ACL as his junior, this year, obviously, he's coming on strong.
Oh, yeah, almost 300 yards in the last 2 games. Keeps that up. You know, he's going to be a guy to look out for. This is Pace football. Run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. Throw it when you have to. Don't make mistakes, and they did a good job of that tonight.
Right, and obviously well on his way to a 1,000-yard season. And my last one, we talked about 3 guys with huge stats. I mean, you had Dukes, you had White, you had Carrion, 3 guys with huge stats. But the guy who might have come up with the biggest game overall for their team to get a W is Joey Cannon, quarterback at Escambia. It was a snooze fest there for about 59 minutes and 47. No, I'm thinking NFL. We're talking about 47 minutes and 48 seconds. No score, 0-0. Inside 30 seconds left in the game. It's Washington at Escambia. Joey Cannon, the quarterback for Escambia, throws a 60-yard touchdown to Shamari Watts, takes a 7-0 lead, has Washington return the kick on them for a touchdown with no time remaining. Can't do anything about that. Then Escambia goes back in overtime. Cannon sticks in the 1-yard touchdown run, which ends up being the difference. So while you didn't have the 345 yards or the 256 yards rushing, what else can you ask a guy to do to get you a win?
Exactly. They're not winning that game without him.
Right.
And that's key. And that's and who would have thought we'd be talking about a 3-0 Escambia team with the passing connection of Cannon and Watts,
right.
But Joey Cannon really coming into his own, shared some time at quarterback last year. He's really showing some confidence. He's really becoming a leader on that team, and that shows when you throw the touchdown pass and then you are able to get that 1 yard that you have to win the game.
Yeah, absolutely. So, another great slate. The kids are making it easy on us, especially these last couple of weeks. I don't even remember last season seeing these type of huge games that we've been seeing from kids. Guys with 180 yards and 4 touchdowns, 256-yard receiving game. It has really been easy on us here these last couple of weeks, and obviously this one was no different. So tune in next week. We'll be giving out some more nice fresh gray threads and out to some more players, and be on the lookout for those shirts. We'll be giving them out at some games. We got some contests coming up on highschoolsports.net, so make sure you stay tuned, and we'll see you next week.